Bitcoins are already being moved by US banks. I can show you the proof. We're going to talk about this. The rules for stablecoins in the US will also be looked at, along with how institutions are already getting ready to use them. Also, tomorrow is a big day for people who use XRP. What do you think it is? Why does the token try to pump so hard? I know everything you need to know. We will also talk about how MasterCard is adding new features for stablecoins. David Schwartz will be there in military dress green, among other things. Let's find out what we're doing now. Here are Simon's forecasts for 2025. Making crypto regulations clear in the US is a big step forward. A lot of people use stablecoins to send and receive money across borders. FIT 121 and SOBI 121 will be passed by Congress and the country in 2025. We need to protect consumers and make financial rules better as soon as possible because the crypto bull run is coming. I believe we should create a worldwide task group that can help fight cybercrime related to money. Is too much and goes too far. I think almost everyone I know has been ripped off by some kind of con artist. Also, this really needs to stop soon. In order to do that, people from different countries must work together. I know what you're going to say, Sensei. Some of these groups are in Russia, China, North Korea, and other places like that. There will be places and people that aren't, though. And those people need to be punished right away so the place is safer and easier to use. The leader of CryptoTax at EY says that the big banks are excited about altcoins and that they will be next. There are also rumors of capital gains relief. Let me play this. I'm interested in the removal of SB 121 and the current good situation. Do banks say they want to buy? It has to do with the big banks. Yes, that was a big problem for many banks. Because of this, we are constantly having talks with many of the major GSEPs. The company wants to give a wide range of products to their customers, and I think a lot of it will be basic custody and buys and sells to begin with. You're seeing ETFs, and you may have noticed that many of them were only interested in Bitcoin or Ethereum. I think you'll start to see more businesses that are spread out across more than one cryptocurrency. But yes, the banks are happy because, once more, that's how people feel in general. It sounds like a lot of people are talking about this idea of not having to pay capital gains taxes on Made in America coins. I have only heard whispers about that. I haven't heard anything important. So don't take my word for it, but I think there's some excitement about the idea of including that in this bill as well. That would be bad, so I think they should help our businesses in some way, right? Because 3 months ago when all of this started and the Trump government took office, they made it clear that they wanted to help American businesses. A lot of us heard it because I played it clip on this, right? They said they wanted to do this in message after message. We're now backed to a strategic Bitcoin store. We might get time or money to deal with the other things later, but Bitcoin is the most important thing, right? Therefore, if you are not putting US government money into American companies, what are you going to do to help American crypto tokens grow? What are you going to do to help American companies grow? This is one of those ways, right? Maybe not taxing capital gains at all, or giving some other kind of tax break. At the very least, that's what we would need, right? Because you told us that American companies like XRP and Solana would be held in reserve by the United States. Still, it's not a good idea if you don't have the money to buy those things and just want to take them from people. It's not really a plan. There will be a big increase, right? In light of this, I believe that banks and internet companies are all getting ready for this. Okay, no. Everyone is getting ready for this. We did talk about this, and now the global head of policy at Plaid drops a bomb. Traditional banks will start to see a way to use stablecoins in back offices, balance sheets, and bank-to-bank payments once the framework for stablecoins is set up, and something that can be used instead of SWIFT. A huge proof. As soon as laws about stablecoins are passed, they become easy to use. After this, banks will be able to skip the old rails and go straight to stablecoin methods. Please excuse me. So, once that framework is in place, traditional financial companies will start to see a way to use stablecoins. This is what the quote says. Okay. On top of that, Howard Lutnick, the Secretary of Commerce, said that the United States is welcoming Bitcoin. They are there. They've been taking a victory lap, saying how much they like Bitcoin and how great it is. This is a big change from the last 4 years, right? People in the US felt good about themselves when they were told that they would help all of these American businesses. We still haven't heard anything about that. I'm also wondering, is there a plan here? Well, if there was a plan, we would already know, hey, this is what we're going to do. Tax money could be used for that. It might be bit bonds. With the new method, we might be able to save money, and that money will be used to buy crypto. They act like they don't know. That is the issue. At this point, they don't know. And it's making the market even less clear because people aren't sure if they want to add these assets to their portfolios. Will the White House give them extra help in 2025? Also, I believe they should be more clear about that. WET is the company that brought you this movie, exchange that was built on a well-run network. This is a decentralized perpetual trade that is run by the community. It looks amazing and the user interface is top-notch. Also, trades worth more than $100 billion, 0 cents, happen on 71 different exchange pairs. At the moment, AVAX, Base, Optimism, Arbitrum, Ethereum, Mantle, and Solana are the chains that can be used. I have heard that they are working on adding more right now. This costs 0.05% to take and 0.02% to make. It goes by very quickly, fast. Get more perks, advanced order, and algorithmic order. Soon there will also be executions. Smooth trading, decentralized trade makes things safer and easier to keep track of. You can also stake a token to get up to 90% of the revenue, among other things. Besides that, their UI looks great. As I already said, has a great order book. Yes, you can trade XRP here too, and you can use up to 20x leverage if you want to. Orderly has been checked out by several security firms such as Halburn and Zellick and Guardian Audits. You can find all of that information in their docs on GitHub. All you have to do is scroll all the way to the bottom. The paperwork is right here next to the stakes. B groups are Discord and X. This is the plan for the next few years, up to and including 2025. In the video's caption, there is a link. Please use my link. It helps me a lot. Have fun trading on what.trade. Let's watch the movie again. After that, hear this first line. That looks like gold. It's just a good to me. Why? It's only so much, right? It looks like gold. Gold can now be bought and sold anywhere. It's okay for me to buy this ring when I want to buy the gold ring, right? That means gold can be bought and sold anywhere. You can be an exchange if you want to be one. You can buy and sell gold. Though I believe you should be able to buy and sell Bitcoin. This is a good. It needs to be handled like a good. You should handle it like oil. You should treat it like gold. It makes sense on a deep level. Even though many people have strong opinions about it, it's not really money. It's just a good. You'll see how beautiful that is and how it fits into almost every thinking box once you accept the idea of a commodity, right? People can sell oil from one person to another without anyone stopping them. No one should be able to stop people from using Bitcoin to sell Bitcoin to someone else. That is, unless the Bitcoin is going from, say, a person in the US to someone in a place where money shouldn't be sent. That's how Binance got into trouble, right? They were basically moving money for terrorists who were already known to be involved, right? I don't think these guys have a plan. You know, I feel like we're just using the trendy words that people want to hear. Also,